start a new topic that is about flower. Okay, so already we have discussed about the vegetative part of a plant and about the reproductive part of a plant. So I said already the parts which do not undergo reproduction, we call it as vegetative part of a plant, like shoot, leaf, okay, roots. These all are the vegetative part of a plant. But which are the reproductive part of a plant? The flowers. Okay, flowers undergo reproduction and then it will give rise to seed or it will give rise to fruit. Okay, from that seed only a new plant can be generated. So today we will see or we will learn some more things about a flower. Okay, so here before going to the reproduction part, at first we have to understand the parts of a flower. Okay, so what are the parts of a flower? What all are the things that are inside the flower which makes the flower unable to undergo reproduction? So at first we will start the topic parts of a flower. Okay, so if we will see or if we will examine a flower, here I am showing you one hibiscus flower. Okay, so if we will examine a flower, we can see it consists of several parts. Okay, there are so many parts it have. Okay, so one by one let's discuss. The first part of flower I am going to tell you about pedicel. Okay, what is pedicel? You might have observed this stalk. Okay, this is the stalk of the flower that is get attached to the stem. Okay, this is the stalk of the flower which makes the upper part of the flower get attached to the stem. This part is called pedicel. Okay, so what we can say? Pedicel is the what? It is the stalk of a flower. Okay, so pedicel, this is the pedicel. Okay, above the pedicel, you might have observed, you can see a solen structure. Just above the pedicel, there is a solen base. Okay, here if you will see or if you can hold a flower, then you can feel there is a solen base above the pedicel which holds the overall flower. That is called thalamus. Okay, the second part is the thalamus. Thalamus is the what? Solen part that holds the flower parts. All these things are given in a book, don't worry. So, two parts already we have discussed. The first one is the stalk of the flower, that is called as pedicel, which holds the flower firmly, or by the help of pedicel, the flower get attached to the stem. Okay. The second part we have discussed, that is the thalamus. Just by the ending of the pedicel, you can see a solen base. Okay, that solen base is called thalamus. So these are the two important parts of a flower which helps to hold the other accessory or the whole other essential part of the flowers. Okay, so the two term again I am repeating, the pedicel and the thalamus. Pedicel is the stalk that makes the flower get attached to stem, and just by the ending of the pedicel we got the solen part, that is the thalamus. Okay, now I am going to tell you something new. So if you will observe a flower, then you might have observed all the parts of the flower, they arrange themselves in a circular manner or in a ring manner. This is the petals which arrange itself in ring manner. Down you can see the green part. These are the sepals which arrange themselves in ring manner. So we can say these rings as whole. Okay, you can see here I have written WHOR plus holes. Okay, so a flower contains 4 holes. How many holes? 4 holes. There are 4 holes of a flower. Apart from pedicel and thalamus, I am saying pedicel and thalamus are the outer part. Already we have discussed about flower. If now we will come to the flowering part, apart from the stalk part, if we will come to the flowering part, then we can see a flower have 4 holes. So first let's discuss about the first hole. First hole. Suppose I am doing this. This is the hole. Okay, this is the first pore. Here you can observe a green part. Okay, this is the green part. Don't worry, at last clearly I will show you all the parts of a flower. We will have a dissection of flower. Okay, so here this green part you can see, these are called sepals. Okay, these are called sepals. Okay, and it is the first whole of a flower. Sepals are the, like this, you can see. These are the sepals. It is generally green in color, and these sepals collectively we call it as calyx. So the first whole of flower is calyx. Calyx is the first whole or the first part of a flower. Don't get confused of the word whole. W-H-O-R-L, whole. Whole means a thing that arranges itself in a circular manner. You can see these are the sepals and they arrange themselves in a circular manner. That's why we are calling it as a whole. So the first whole of a flower is what? Sepals. And the collection of sepals. This is a sepal, this is a sepal. Again I will show you clearly when we will have dissection of flower. So these sepals collectively known as what? Calyx. So as it is green in color, it helps in photosynthesis for the plant. It also contains chlorophyll pigment and it helps in the photosynthesis of plant. Again I am repeating the function. What is the function of pedicel? Okay, what is the function of pedicel? It helps the flower it holds the flower to the stem. Okay, it keeps the flower stick, or it keeps the flower get attached to the stem. If suppose it is a stem, then this pedicel helps the flower to get attached to the stem. Okay, above the pedicel there is a thalamus, the solen part. That thalamus helps the flower to keep it firmly. It helps or it holds all the holes of the flower. The first hole, the second hole, the third hole and the fourth hole. All the four hole we will discuss. So now we are talking about the first hole of the flower. So this is the first hole of the flower. The green part of the flower, that we call it as what? Calyx. What is calyx? Calyx is the collection of sepals. We call it as sepals. Okay. And what is the function of these sepals? As they are mostly green in color, mostly I am saying, not all the sepals are green in color. Mostly they are green in color. That's why sometimes or many a times they undergo photosynthesis for the plant. Now come to the second hole. Okay. What is the second hole of a flower? The second hole of a flower, you can see the bright red color petals. These are the second hole of a flower. These are the second hole of a flower. So what the second hole consists of? The second hole consists of bright colored petals, and the collection of petals are called as corolla. Corolla. The collection of sepals we call it as calyx. The collection of petals we call it as corolla. So here I can draw like this. Okay, these are the collection of petals. This is the second hole here I am drawing. Okay, the first hole calyx, the second hole corolla. Okay, so calyx is the combination of sepals and corolla is the combination of petals. You can see the bright red color petals here. Collectively they are known as what? Corolla. The petals collectively they are known as corolla and the sepals collectively they are known as calyx. So this is the second hole of a flower. Now we can easily tell what may be the function of the second hole of the flower. It helps to attract the insects. Okay, it helps to attract the insects for pollination. What is pollination? I will tell you after in the second part of our flower. Pollination, actually it is a method of transferring. So pollination is a process of transferring male gamete to female gamete to form a seed. So need not to worry about that. We will discuss it later on. After this, in the second part, we will discuss it. So generally, what is the work of this corolla? Corolla helps to attract the insect. It also produces fragrance. It also produce scent. Okay, here in hibiscus flower you will not get any fragrance, but generally in rose and all, they produce fragrance to attract the insects. So these are generally bright in color and they produce fragrance to attract the insects or the bees towards them. So this is the second hole of a flower. We already discussed about the first hole, that is about the calyx. Calyx is the collection of sepals, and corolla is the collection of petals. Now come to the third hole, and remember the first and second hole are just the accessory part of a flower. Okay, but the third and fourth hole of a flower are the essential hole of the flower. Without the third and fourth hole of a flower, we cannot produce a seed, or the flower cannot produce a seed. Okay, so let's discuss about the third hole. The third hole of a flower. The third hole of a flower is the male part of the flower. We call it as androecium. Androecium. Okay. So again I am repeating, the third part of a flower is the male part of the flower, which is called as androecium. So what is androecium? Androecium is the collection of stamen. If you can see here, I will show you closely later on. If you can see here, there are some yellowish color things you can see. These are the stamen. Okay. If I will draw the structure of the stamen, then it somehow looks like this. This is the structure of a stamen. Okay, this is the female part. We will discuss it in the fourth hole. So these are the stamen. Like this, it get attached to the structure. These are the stamen. Later I will show you the close view. Okay, these are the stamens. So number of stamens. You can see number of yellowish part here. Number of stamens collectively they are known as androecium. So androecium is the collection of stamen, and stamen also has two parts. You can see here, this is called filament and this is called anther. Filament and anther collectively forms a stamen. This is the stamen. Okay, so all the stamen combinedly it forms androecium. What are the parts of a stamen? The parts of a stamen are filament and anther. Filament holds the anther in a position, and anther it produces the male gamete. If you will rub the yellowish part over your hand, then you can feel some dust, yellowish, dusty like substance in your hand. That are the pollen grains. So pollen grains are the male gamete or the male reproducing part or the main part of the flower, which helps in producing seed. So again I am repeating about the third hole. The third hole of a flower is known as androecium. Androecium is the main part of a flower. Okay, and androecium consists of number of stamens. Okay, number of stamens collectively, as number of sepals collectively form calyx, number of petals collectively form corolla, number of stamens collectively they form androecium. So these are the stamens. This is a stamen, this is a stamen, this is another stamen. So they are collectively they form a male part, that is we call it as androecium. So what are the parts of stamen? If here I am drawing it bigger. Okay, this is the filament and this is the anther. Okay, this is the filament and this is the anther. Anther generally produce pollen grain. How it produce pollen grain? We can see there are two lobes. This is a lobe and this is another lobe. Okay, that's why we call it as anther or bilobed. Bi means two. Anther are generally bilobed in structure. These anther have, each lobe contains two pollen sac. Okay, each lobe contains two pollen sac, and inside the pollen sac they have pollen grains. Okay, so this is the filament, this is the anther. Anthers are generally bilobed in structure, means they have two lobes. You can see this is a lobe and this is a lobe. In each lobe it contains one sac. We call it as pollen sac. Okay, these are the pollen sac. And inside the pollen sac they have small yellowish powder-like substance. We call it as pollen grain. And pollen grains are the main things that helps in the formation of seed. It will fuse with the female gamete. We will discuss about it, and it will form seed. So this is the third hole of a flower. Now let's talk about the fourth hole. Fourth hole of a flower. So the fourth hole of a flower is known as gynoecium. Gynoecium is the female part of a flower. This is the male part and this is the female part of a flower. So as androecium is the collection of stamen, gynoecium is the collection of carpel or pistil. Okay, the collection of carpel or pistil we call it as gynoecium. So what are the collection of carpel? Generally a carpel or a pistil have three parts. What are the three parts? At the top it has like this structure. You can see here also. I will show you later on close view. These are the upper or the first structure of a carpel or a pistil. So these are the swollen tip of the pistil. We call it a stigma. Stigma. Now stigma forms a long thread-like structure. We call it a style. And at the end of the style, it forms a swollen base. We call it as ovary. So collectively, these all we call it as carpel or pistil. Carpel or pistil. So what are the contents of a carpel? What are the things that forms a carpel? Stigma, style and ovary. Stigma at the tip. Style is a stuck that attaches the stigma to the ovary. At the last, the end swollen part is called as ovary. Okay. So stigma is generally sticky in nature. That's why the name is stigma. It receives the pollen grain. When the pollen grains get matured inside the anther, it get released to the wind. We will have the discussion in pollination. So these pollen grains will come and fall on the stigma. The stigma will receive the pollen grain and it sends the pollen grain to ovary by the help of style. Now inside the ovary, it has small ovules like this structure. These are the small ovules present inside the ovary. So these are the small ovules, or as we can call it as egg. Okay, as pollen grains are the male gamete, ovule or eggs are the female gamete of a flower. Okay, so this is all about the fourth hole of a flower. I am just repeating a very quick recap I am giving. The first hole of a flower is known as calyx. Calyx is the collection of sepals. Okay, this is the calyx. These are the collection of sepals. The second hole is known as corolla. Corolla is the collection of petals. Okay, they are bright in color generally. Third hole is androecium. Androecium is the male part of a flower, which is the collection of stamen. These are the stamen. Stamens collectively they form androecium. A stamen has generally two parts, a filament and an anther. Okay, the filament holds the anther to the style. Okay, and this anther, inside it contains pollen sac, and each pollen sac contains pollen grains. Pollen grains are the male gametes of a flower. And the fourth hole of a flower is gynoecium. Gynoecium is the female reproductive part of a flower. So gynoecium consists of carpel. Okay, we can see here in this flower. Here generally it has a single carpel. We can see it has generally a single carpel, okay, but some of the flowers are there, it has more than 2 carpels. I will show you, okay. So this is the what carpel. Carpel generally consists of stigma, style and ovary. The tip-most portion is called stigma, the middle stalk is known as style, and the last solen part is known as ovary. Ovary contains eggs. So if I will ask you the question, what is the male gamete? The male gamete is pollen grain. What is the female gamete? The female gamete is ovary or egg. Okay, so not ovary, ovule or egg. Ovules are present inside the ovary. So here these ovules or egg are the female gametes and the pollen grains are the male gametes. So this is all about the parts of a flower. I will show you detailed structure. We will dissect a flower. Okay, we will see all the parts of a flower, and I will suggest you, as I will dissect the flower, you repeat the same by your own, so that it will be very clear to you. You can identify the parts very clearly. Okay, and rest some of the part about flower, some of the things about pollination, fertilization and all we will have in our